Joining us right here to kick off hour number 2 here on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line is one of the first prospects I met at the Combine. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I went down to the 40-yard dash line the first day I got there. Because, I always like seeing where the money gets made. I always like going down there to just
size people up a little,
visualize my own personal glory, even though, as you know, I'm running it at the Rose Bowl this next weekend and to air during the draft weekend, not at the Combine. But who comes strolling down the steps? But Ikem Ekwonu. And you cannot miss the man.
Big man.
You cannot miss him. And we had a nice conversation real quick. And that now leads to the man on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line right now from NC State. And now one of the top prospects available in this year's draft, Ikem Ekwonu. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Rich?
How have you been?
Yeah, I've been pretty good. Since the Combine, just going through meetings and kind of just finishing up this process.
Okay, and that was fun getting to meet you, Icky. I mean, you were coming down, and then you got your brother who plays for Notre Dame on the phone. We FaceTimed him, right?
Yeah,
right?
I was talking to him on FaceTime, and I was like, hold on, God kind of looked familiar over there. Look up, and it was you. So, yeah, it was great to meet you.
It was really great to meet you. How have you been since then? What has been your journey since you and I crossed paths in Indianapolis?
Yeah, so right after the Combine, I came back to Raleigh, and I was getting ready for a pro day. Our NC State's pro day was on the 29th, so, kind of late. So I was getting ready for that, doing Zoom calls and stuff, meeting with different teams. Then after the pro day, more of the same, Zoom calls, meetings, and I started my in-person visits during April, first week of April.
Who did you see in person? Who'd you visit?
My first one was Jacksonville.
Okay.
Jacksonville, and then I saw the Giants and the Jets this last week.
Okay. How was New York? What was that like?
Yeah, it
for
was
you?
cool. It was cool. I have a family in New York and New Jersey. So, I've been around the area, seen the area a couple of times, but it's actually been a while since I've been in the city or really been to New Jersey. So, definitely cool. Being able to see that area again.
What was asked of you? I mean, what do you hear about?
Really, it's a variety of things. Each team kind of has their own process. Really, I just excited to talk football. Every time I get into a building, meet some of the staff, I always want to talk football and kind of just learn a little bit more about the system that they run and just a little bit more about the NFL as a whole.
Ikem Ekwonu here on the Rich Eisen Show. So when did you first realize you could play football? When did that first hit you?
Well, I played flag football my whole life, I guess growing up, and I always wanted to play tackle football. So I guess I kind of had to convince my mom more than anything that I could. But she finally, folded, let me play when I was in third grade. I was 9 years old. And I was playing up with the older kids, and I was still starting on the, on my Pot Warner squad. So that's when I kind of knew, okay, I might, be kind of good at this thing. And I just always loved the game, and I guess my passion for football really kind of carried my abilities. I guess up until this point.
So were you always bigger than everybody else, or no?
For my age, yeah, I was usually one of the bigger kids. For my grade, definitely. And then, honestly, when I came to college, at first, I was pretty slight framed, I guess is the word for it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was a guy that coming into college was going to need to really lock into that weight program. That was kind of me. But, yeah, for my grade, I've definitely been one of the bigger kids.
Okay. All right. And so you had to convince your mom, hey, I want to go out and play tackle football. So were you always, though, you don't really tackle anybody, right? I mean, you're not. Have you ever taken anybody down?
Of course. So, my first year playing Pot Warner, really both years, I only played D-line.
Okay.
I was playing nose tackle, right over the center. So, two-way goes, always able to show off my athleticism a little bit, making plays. And then in middle school, that's where I first started playing O-line, but I still went both ways. So, I played O-line and D-line, same thing with high school. So really, and I even got a tackle this past season. So still tackling people. Still putting people to the ground.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.